breathe. 8 is double 4. 4 is the number of fingers on each hand, minus your thumb, which isn't a finger, but a digit. A digit is also a number. 4 is the number of taps you can make if you tap thumb to index finger, thumb to middle finger, thumb to ring finger, thumb to baby finger. Each time you tap, you say the number under your breath. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next time, 5, 6, 7, 8. And on like that. 8 times over if things are particularly bad. As with most things in life, there is a spectrum to OCD, or obsessive compulsive disorder. It can go from non-existent to mild to off-the-charts type stuff. Day to day, Paisley was in the mild to medium range, with bad episodes only happening once or twice a year, or when lightning of some sort struck. After a neighbor's grease fire a few years ago, Paisley's counting had been so bad she hadn't left her apartment for weeks. But who could blame her? A grease fire was a dangerous thing. That would make anyone anxious. No, things were manageable now. Contained. Had been for a long time. Paisley rarely needed to worry about being caught counting. Back in the day as a kid on Amherst Island, when she'd been widely known to count, one set of 8 under her breath had generally kept things on the straight and narrow. 8 sets of 8 were awkward and obvious, but helped even more. More than 8 sets because of some difficulty could put you in a place of further difficulty, not to mention the fact that all that counting was time-consuming. This most recent eviction notice gave Paisley a desire for 8s for the first time in a while. Because the outside of the envelope in capital letters declared important, new, information enclosed. She stared at the envelope and picked at a cuticle on her thumb, tearing it down several layers with her teeth. Not just the dry skin, but the pink flesh beneath. It would hurt like hell later. Her nose, still covered with freckles at her age, was dripping from the cold. She stared down, past the old winter coat and all its pockets, ideal for winter birding. The same U of T sweatshirt, hoodie, and jeans she'd been wearing for the last week, to her fake Uggs, which were covered in salt stains. Between the dripping nose, the dirty boots, and the shredded cuticles, she must look like a mess. She felt like one. Being evicted was a disaster. She shook off the desire for counting and opened the notice right there.
Then. The clock radio came on at 7. Kiss on My List by Daryl Hall and John Oates. Hall and Oates were massively good and medium cute. Paisley whipped on her clothes, a striped sailor t-shirt and faded denim pleated shorts, and wondered if she'd ever be kissed. Not that kissing was on her list. Not at 13. Birds were on her list. Nevertheless, she knew kissing was something the kids did in haylofts all over the island, or the back beach, school dances, ferry dock, street dance, or the dry rock quarry on Friday nights, even if the rest of what they did was a mystery. It was the last Saturday of July 1981. For the past 32 years, probably the next 132 too, the last Saturday of July was the day of the annual St. Andrew's Presbyterian Church summer social. The whole house smelled of pies, which filled Paisley with a simple joy. She opened her brown and orange curtains and looked out the window. Not a cloud in the sky. Perfect. She gave her thick, dark hair a quick brush, then tied it with a green hair bow, then untied it, then tied it again, bigger bow this time. She inspected herself in the mirror. She was nothing special. Curvaceous like her mother, boobs and all, even at 13, but she'd blend into a crowd without any effort. "You've got shoulders wider than a swimmer," her mother would say. "Thighs like a horse, front teeth like a cute little rabbit, but a rabbit still, and enough hair on your head for 2. Don't you ever comb it?" Paisley did, but it had a mind of its own. She wanted hair as glamorous as Farrah Fawcett's. Not a chance. She grabbed a tin full of coins, allowance from the last 4 months. There would be so many things to buy at the summer social. Cupcakes with butter frosting, used books galore.